would be bloodied up. But motherfucker, we go on the slip and slide all day down a cement hill into the street. I still got scars on my legs from that. But that
Y'all was trying to commit suicide, man. Y'all
active.
tripping, man.
Welcome back to Unplug, our weekly look around sports, culture, and entertainment. Jack, we had a week off last week. We were busy shaking and baking, but some cool shit has gone on since the last time we connected. Me and you were both in Alabama, Rickwood Field for Juneteenth. Shout out our brother CC Sabathia, the MLB and Uninterrupted, for having us out there for the charity softball game, which we had a blast at. How was your experience out there?
Man, hey, I like I said, I was just worried about all the smoke putting on a good show. You know what I'm saying? Because we call ourselves athletes. And we did not let down. My brother, you won the MVP, put on a great showing. I think it was only 2 home runs hit the whole game, right? You and Ryan Howard, you and him don't want to hit home runs. You got the MVP. Y'all beat our ass. Our team was terrible. But we had fun, man. I think we both put on a great showing. CC and MLB and Uninterrupted put on a great event, man. I mean, they took care of everybody. They laid everything out. So I want to say I appreciate y'all. And anytime they have an event like that, man, bring all the smoke back.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, rest in peace. The night before the game, the late, great Willie Mays moved on at the age of 93. The Rickwood Field is the oldest baseball park in the United States. It was where where Willie Mays played his first game of professional baseball at 17. Jack, did you get a chance to see Reggie Jackson discuss what they went through there when Alex Rodriguez asked him about it?
You know, I seen it. My mama sent it to me.
That was dope. That was raw and real. And Reggie Jackson, obviously, super OG, one of the greatest, Mr. October. He didn't hold back at all. Mm-hmm. He didn't hold back at all, man. He really let people know, and really what struck me hearing that story, obviously, because I'm a big fan of baseball and watched the Jackie Robinson story and saw all the shit they had to go through. The fact that people are trying to erase that part of history. People want to not discuss what's really happened. And to me, how do you ever move forward and get better? We really don't understand the shit that came before us. So I really want to shout out Reggie Jackson and obviously Alex Rodriguez, asked the question to kind of tip that off, but it was real raw and uncut. So if you missed that, make sure you guys go check that out, man. It was a real experience of how players used to have to move back then.
Uncut.
For real.
Yeah.
I just got back, so Jack. I went from that to Arizona, Section 7.
Yeah, how was Arizona?
It was dope, man. It was hot as, Hell's Kitchen. It was like 110, 112 out there. But went out there to check out one of the biggest high school basketball tournaments in the country. Teams from all over were out there, and it was good. I got to see a lot of the kids I coach and a lot of the big up-and-coming kids. And it was dope. Twins team won the championship in their bracket. Played really well.
I was about to say, it was hot, but they was hot too.
Yeah, no, they was hooping, man. Their team lost their best player. He transferred to another school, and our team was really young outside of that. So now it's the Twins and a couple other kids are going to be sophomores, have to step up, and they did, man. So it was dope. Ton of dads out there. I saw Jamal Crawford out there. We talked a little bit about the Laker job and if he's going to join JJ's staff, which we'll get into a little bit later. But yeah, man, great event. Shout out Section 7. How was the Big Three?
The Big Three was cool, man. We off to a bad start, 0-2. I missed the first game because I had to be down there promoting all the smoke fighting, all the smoke boxing for the fight with Tank Davis last weekend. But I mean, the week before last. But this weekend we was in Tampa. One thing about it, I can say this. Shout out to Tampa, man. Sold out arena. I'm talking about man. They came out and supported, man, and the games were great. We was down 20 to Dr. J's team. Dr. J's team doing a great job this year. They off to a good start. We was down 20, got the game back to 6, and missed the free throw to get the ball back to keep the game going. So, but three losses in Big Three. You guarantee not to make the playoffs, so we got to win out. So let's see if we can do it.
How many more games you guys got this year? 0-2. You got 8 more games?
Yeah, I got 6. Yeah, we got 10 weeks. Yeah, so 7 more games.
Yeah, damn.
The last week is the championship.
Well, good luck with that. Want to shout out everyone out here who helped us sell out the first round of our new mezcal. Nelios, we appreciate you. We sold out the first batch. We want to continue to build on that grow on that. We got to get that in some restaurants around our areas. And
yeah, Drinkanillos, go get it.
Yeah, it's out there. People are really fucking with it too, Jack. Obviously, we're not just saying it because it's ours, but we've had some real people who drink and taste and critique, and I haven't heard anything bad. And
Hey Matt, and you know what? We've been drinking and we taste a lot of different ways to drink it, but I'm telling you, an ice cube. That's all you need. I'm telling you, because it's not that it don't make you do all that, and it got that light smoke finish to it. I'm telling you, bro, a nice ice cube and a little shot of that, man. Just sip on that. I'm telling you, man, you out of here.
Sell that shit then, Jack. Also,
No, I'm
too,
talking about you
if you
out of
have
here.
it's not necessarily a shooting mezcal, but if you do shoot it, make sure you get you an orange and some cinnamon sugar. It'll change your life. Remember, you heard it here.
Yes,
But anyway,
indeed.
thank everybody. Batch 2 on the way. Jack, local news. Lakers, JJ Redick is the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. A lot of hate is going to my dog, JJ. And I understand it. Some people are calling it white privilege. He's calling him the poster boy for it. Obviously no previous coaching experience on his resume, but a very articulate, high IQ guy, someone I play with, someone I really fuck with and believe in. But you're seeing, Sam Cassell's been out there for a long time as an assistant coach, has won some rings and hasn't got a look. But what do you think? I guess this is a two-part question about JJ sliding into this hot seat. And then for the coaches that are out there that are assistants that haven't really got the nod yet for big opportunities.
Well, one, it's definitely coaches out there that deserve it way more than JJ. That has paid their dues. That is proven. That's won championships. That's done the work. That's went to all these coaching camps and schools that they tried to force them told them that they had to go to eventually be a coaching job. It's a whole bunch of coaches that did all that and still ain't nowhere close to getting a head coaching job. So it is privilege. There ain't no secret about that. We understand that. Everybody sees that. Yeah, JJ is privileged, and can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Because I could I smelled it when him and LeBron was doing the podcast and all that shit. I knew all this was getting cooked up. But I will say this: as a player and as somebody who knows JJ and who played with JJ for a short time and he's a brother of mine too. That motherfucker know the game.
For real.
He's super smart. I don't think he's dedicated to it. And even if we say it's privilege, I mean, he gonna go in there and I mean, he can't do a worse job than anybody else that's going in there. I know it's a lot of pressure on him, and a lot of guys don't get that first job where they coaching LeBron James and Anthony Davis. He's definitely blessed with that. But at the same time, it's not an easy job. It's not easy as people think. It's going to be a hard job for JJ, but I think he's up for it, and I'm confident in him. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm happy for him, but I understand the side what everybody's saying too.
Yeah, I mean, I hear the outside noise and I get it, whether it's white privilege or LeBron privilege. At the end of the day, I don't think JJ could worry about that shit. The job is
Right.
his now, and there's been coaches that have come from similar circumstances that don't have coaching experience and have been successful in this space. So I'm not worried about that part. I think JJ is going into the hottest seat in professional sports, and you have to perform or they're going to get your ass out of there. So I think it's important for him to surround himself with a good staff. Like I said, I saw Jamal this weekend and talked to him. I actually talked to Rondo yesterday too. So it'll be interesting if either of those two guys or maybe even both those guys get an opportunity to coach alongside JJ. I think he needs maybe an older veteran head assistant or assistant, which will help. But
that's why. Hey, I don't mean to cut y'all, Matt, but that's why it'll work. What you just said, because we ain't never seen no coaching staff where it's all players like that. You know what I'm saying? Like now, what you talking about that'll make it work because we've never seen a staff like that.
And that's my whole thing, Jack. These days, obviously, execution and X and O's are important, but to me, it's less about that and more about relating to the players. And I'm even seeing that at the high school stage, the junior high stage. It's you got to be able to relate to these people to get through to them and gain their trust, and then try to take them to where you feel like they need to go. So I think JJ will be good at that. I think he's going to bring some younger people and a good mix of probably older people in to help facilitate that. But I wish him the best of luck. Again, I hear all the noise and this white privilege this and LeBron privilege that. At the end of the day, again, JJ can't worry about that shit. He's got to go out there and he's got to get a job to do, a tough job to do. So I'm definitely looking forward seeing what he does. Sam Cassell, someone who I played for, or he was assistant coach on Doc Rivers' staff. Got a chance to know Sam really well. Great dude. Will he be passed over? Will he get any kind of look? 15-year assistant. If I'm not mistaken, he's won a few. Is it one championship as assistant? Is this his first? I think his first championship as an assistant. Don't quote me. I think he has 3 overall.
Yeah.
Two as a player, one as a assistant coach.
That's right.
So, but Jack, sometimes these guys get stuck in these guys with a ton of basketball IQ. Get stuck in the assistant coach's job and their career assistants, and it's solid money. It's a good living, but they never get that first seat. So I wonder if Sam will be someone that kind of falls victim to that, or someone really going to give him a shot. What do you think?
I hope he gets a shot. I mean, that's my OG too. When I came in the league, he was my counselor at the Rickwood transition program. Sam has always been solid, even when I was coming up playing in Houston, he used to always show me love. And I think this point, like when you pay your dues, Matt, when you win championships as a player, when you be on teams where you won championships and you coach for a long time with some of the greatest coaches, I don't think it should be a point to the point where they keep pushing you to the back of the line. For what reason, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's my question.
It's a lot of things go into it.
What's the reason? Yeah. Go ahead.
Some people say, he don't interview good, but I'm like, what does that mean? He has all the interview is in the education, and the experience is the best teacher. He have all experience in the world. So if you want to interview him, the interviewer just should be, shit, my resume is right here. This is what I've been doing. This is how long I've been around the game. But when you go to them interviews, they don't go the same for black and white. So what I'm saying, they never do in no offices. So not just basketball. So yeah, I just think it's making it hard for him, Matt. But that's not nothing new. He's not the first, and he's not the last. It happens. It's been going on for a long time, and I think Sam, going to continue to do what he got to do until the opportunity comes. And if it don't come, what I'm saying, I think it'll be fucked up. But I think Sam will continue to be a professional, continue to be one of the best, assistant coaches he can. What I'm saying, and stay around as long as he can. But he definitely deserves that shot.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I will say is, I think we've all seen the influx in black coaches in the NBA. So when I see that and I see more black coaches than we've ever had, I wonder what has been the reason why he hasn't really got that opportunity, whether it be interviewing, maybe people don't feel like he's like someone that can demand the respect in the locker room. I don't know what it can be, but, being around him and knowing his IQ and how much he loves the game, he definitely should have gotten a look. But also, there's a couple other guys that come to mind. Our brother Phil Handy, someone.
For sure.
It was interesting that with his resume and what he's been able to accomplish, if he's won 4 championships as an assistant, I don't know. We talked about it. The way he reacts and relates with the players and how much the players fuck with him. To me, I'm thinking like if I'm really a GM or if I'm a GM or I'm an owner, that's the kind of shit I'm looking for in a coach. And he's a perfect example of it, and our brother Rico Hines is a perfect example of being able to relate and knows the game and can relate to these guys and can get through these guys. So, I'm definitely hoping, Sam, Phil, and Rico all get a shot in these next coming years because they definitely, deserve it.
Yep.
We were in Alabama while LA was going crazy. Kendrick.
They not like us. They not like us.
That Juneteenth concert, Jack, it did a lot. It did a lot. And, from what I'm seeing, they just shot a video to Not Like Us, I think 2 days ago in Compton. This wave is crazy right now. This Kendrick wave, first of all, what he was able to do Juneteenth and sell out the Forum and bring all those different black men and women together on that stage, Jack. And I'm not even in the gangs. I've been in LA for a long time. I don't play that. You know that. I'm off to the side. I know everybody, but I don't fuck with it. But if I'm not mistaken, there was at least 8, 10, 12 hoods in there. Mostly, I'll just leave it at that. There was a lot of people that he was able to bring together on that stage for unity, even if it was for one night. A lot of people calling that one of the most historical things that have happened in music, particularly hip hop, for our culture. So what was your thought when you seen DeMar and Russ and just all them other rappers up there unified. This Drake and Kendrick beef overall really brought the West Coast together. But I think what he did on Juneteenth took it to another level.
Yeah, man. I know Pac smiling down, man. I know Pac. Oh man, I know Pac smiling down, dog. For
Nip
real,
too.
man. Nip. That's. I was about to say that too. I know Pac smiling down, but I was gonna say I know Nip was in the building.
Facts.
Nip was in the building, dog. Because for it to get to this point where he already didn't put the nail in the coffin with the battle. And to do this show on Juneteenth and bring everybody out to show that unity on the West Coast, where the gang violence has been so high, and people still trying to glorify it. For him to bring everybody together on that stage on that day, on one of his biggest moments, man, that said a lot. That said a lot, and not just for hip hop, and not just for the West Coast, Matt. I think it's just for everybody that was able to see that and understand the magnitude of what Kendrick did. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be from the West Coast to understand the magnitude of what he did. If you're from any neighborhood or any city where you come from the bottom, when you see stuff like that, you know what that means, man. So I got to salute him, Top Dog, and everybody that was on that stage, man, because that was a beautiful moment that we all can embrace and appreciate.
Yeah, it's been a different frequency, a different buzz in LA of late, and obviously I think that's attributed to what Kendrick has been doing. And to me, it's above the back and forth beef. You know what I mean? I think both these guys are very talented. Although I feel like Kendrick has done his thing and kind of shown he came out on top of this. I think Drake is still going to be fine. Drake is a talented motherfucker who makes hit after hit after hit after hit. But again, I look at the bigger picture, what he's been able to do, Kendrick, as far as this unity and bringing everybody together. So I'm interested to see what this video looks like. There was no violence, thank God, but they were able to shoot the Not Like Us video just the other day out here in LA. So definitely looking forward to drop. Before we move on to the next topic, there's a little video showing it looked like a lot of people are saying that Savannah had to tell Bron that you got to sit this one out, bro. You got to sit this one out. Stay here. You're not going on that stage. Obviously, how close him and Drake are, but I don't know. It could be complete fact.
I thought he was on stage. Oh, he didn't make his way on stage?
Nah, he was back in the bullpen. He was in the bullpen. He didn't get to go up on stage. So a lot of people are saying that wifey held him back on that one. Yeah. Bron wanted to get up. Yeah, Bron wanted to get up there on that shit. It just felt like an electric moment. Again, that was the night of the game.
The King of LA.
So my homies was sending me. Yeah, some of my homies was sending me that shit was live. So unfortunately, he had to sit that one out. But again, great night for hip hop. Great night for LA and the West Coast. Shout out Kendrick and everyone else who was involved. Let's move back to the Pacific Division since we're talking about West Coast alliance and unity. The Lakers, Jack, just named a new head coach. From what I'm hearing is they have money to go out and possibly get a third star. Who is a good third star to slide in and play alongside AD and Bron, in your opinion?
I would go somebody that can guard and score. So Jimmy Butler, Paul George type of guy. Take a little pressure off Bron, where he really wants to be a point guard. So let Bron facilitate and take a little pressure off scoring from him, a little load off of him, and then also on defense as well. He's not gonna really get out there and guard the best guy. So a guy like Paul and Jimmy will do it every night.
That's a good point. I mean, is it a scoring and defending wing, or is it a true point guard that can get everyone else going and taking the load off of Bron and being able to set up AD? Because we know D'Lo is more of a scoring point. Austin Reeves played point for them. Obviously, Bron plays point. I wonder, is it a wing or is it more of a point guard that can get everyone else involved and also score the ball and play some defense? So it's going to be interesting to see, what they're able to do with that.
And with Boston winning, Matt, and when Boston showed a lot, it showed a lot to the league in the finals. You can't have one weak link out there against a team like that. Everybody got to be able to shoot. Everybody got to be able to guard, and everybody got to be able to talk and communicate on D. Boston didn't make no mistakes on defense. Dallas made mistake after mistake after mistake. And that's why Boston has such a great record in the playoffs, because they hardly made mistakes on defense. They communicated.
Man, when you look at that starting lineup of, Drew Holiday and Derek White could possibly both be all defensive team, and then Tatum and
Facts.
Brown are two of the best young two-way players in the game. You know what
With
I mean?
KP blocking shots.
Yeah, I mean Porzingis. I'm happy for him, man. Obviously, this wasn't the topic, but happy for Jason Tatum. Happy for Jaylen Brown. For him to kind of be in the shadows all year, get that big deal. Tatum take a small step back. Brown take a step forward. Him go out there, help his team get a championship, get Finals MVP, dating a little pretty girl from the Chicago Sky. Like Jaylen Brown's life is motherfucking good right now.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie, the friend of the program, man. I'm happy for him and Tatum. There was so much talk of they need to break them up. They can't do this. They can't do that. They finally got over the hump, and their window's still open. So it's going to be interesting to see what they come back, how much better they get, and what they do to the league next year. Malik Monk, homie, super homie. I think he got nearly $80 million to expected to go back with the Kings. Happy for him. He was up in the 6th man of the year running before he got hurt at the end of the season. So really happy for him. Clippers are out of the Staples Center and moving into their own building. Will it be without Paul George? You think he's staying? You think he's going, Jack? What do you think the vibe over there is?
I think if he stay in LA, he's gonna be in the Lake uniform, but I really think it's a possibility he might go back to OKC with them young boys.
Can they give him the money though? I think right now it's about the Clippers not giving him what he's looking for, and there's going to be, there's going to be other situations they're going to give him more. So I don't know. To me, it's less. I think I don't know.
Sign and trade?
No. I'm just saying, is it the money or is it the fit for him at this point?
I
don't know what he's looking for right now. Similar with Klay Thompson. Klay is wants more, I think, than what has been offered with Golden State, and I he thought the market would be a little bit hotter for him, but I'm hearing it's not as hot as he possibly thought it would be. Here, I actually, crazy enough, I flew up and back with CP to Arizona this weekend to watch our kids play, and he said he still got more juice, and was telling me some pretty interesting Golden State stories. But I'm hearing a lot right now that he can come back to LA with either the Lakers or the Clippers. So Chris is a little bit older, but there's a lot of moving part.
That's a hell of a pickup for them. That's both. If you can get both of them, y'all ice water.
But you also got to think, and I love both them, Klay and Chris, but they're older. Chris is going to be 38 this year, if I'm not mistaken. I think Klay's in his early to mid 30s. So, interesting summer, man. A lot of big moving parts. Some young free agents out there. It'll be interesting to see where everybody shakes out and lands. So Phoenix hired Budenholzer, who helped Milwaukee get a championship, Giannis, but he was really on the hot seat up until that point. Our brother Fizdale was a holdover, so he's on the staff. So it'll be interesting to see what he's able to do with that team. But similar to the Lakers, not teams that aren't built very well, but and obviously Phoenix has a ton of money on the books with their 3 big stars. So tough situations to jump out and head coach. You got something?
Yeah, I'm just thinking like Bud is a great offensive mind. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was in San Antonio, he was over the offense and Mike Brown was over the defense. Phoenix needs defense. They don't have no problem scoring points.
Phoenix needs a point guard.
They need defense too, though. They have no problem scoring points.
Yeah. Phoenix definitely needs somebody that can make plays for all them big fellas, though, because they got a lot of guys that put the ball in the basket, but no one to really get them in their spots. Speaking of former, Phoenix head coaches, Monty Williams is out after 1 year, signing the biggest deal for a head coach. And to me, it's like I think this is just a poor look on the Detroit Pistons. I mean, Monty is a 2-time NBA Coach of the Year. They threw all this money at him and expected him to change the color of water in 1 year. I'm confused on what they were looking for. But for Monty, Monty got 60 to 70 million between Phoenix and Detroit that is coming his way. If you're Monty Jack right now, do you hop into another situation? I think I know your answer. You just kick back and let this money pile up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, to the point where, okay, yeah, I'm straight. The money could come in for the next couple of years. That's all good. If I would take a break because my next situation has to be a situation where I can actually succeed. You know what I'm saying? Don't send me to a team like the Bad News Bears. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Send me to a team like you did JJ. Send me to my first job. Send me to Braun and AD. You know what I'm saying? Give me a fair shot. Until then, I'm gonna sit here and just collect y'all money. So that's what I would do.
Yeah, again, 2-time coach of the year. A lot of money owed to him. There's always seats coming up every season. So yeah, I think, if I'm him, I'm sitting this one out unless something amazing comes out and sit back. Obviously his son's in high school too, so get to spend a little bit more time with the family. Get to be a father. So it'll be interesting to see what goes on. Stephen A. Smith turns down a deal for $95 million over 5 years. Who would have ever fucking thought we're talking about people in the media getting sports deals? Obviously, that wasn't enough. Allegedly, he wants 25. The offer was 18, which doubles his salary. What's funny though, Jack, because I had texted him just randomly on just congrats, bro, happy for you, and he's like, hold on, not yet. I said, congrats, happy for you, get that money, knowing that he turned the deal down. So I'm thinking more has to be coming because he's a commodity. I think ESPN is going to have to break the bank for him. But he said, nah, this ain't it. So I think he's really going for some monumental type shit. And although, you guys don't always see eye to eye, I always want, our people to go ahead and break the bank. So it'll be interesting if ESPN can keep him, because if they don't, they've been losing a lot of talent of late, and they've cut a lot of talent out. And the shift in sports media is definitely changing. So, what are your thoughts when you hear, media talent getting over $100 million in salary?
You are what you negotiate. Even though we disagree, we ain't one thing, man. You ain't never did a haters on somebody getting their money, and we never will. You know what I'm saying? And then one thing about it, I see it another way. Man, they throwing all that money to Tom Brady and all them. Let us get some of that
Talking
money.
that shit.
Let us
What
get
Brady
some of
get
that
three?
money.
Brady got 375, and he ain't never
Yeah,
got no media, right?
but I'm just saying he got that. They threw Romo some money when he came out of all them football players. Like bro, when you look at all these telecasts and all these big games, these white people, right? And they getting them big checks, and I ain't mad because I watch them. They all good, and I enjoy all of them, especially on the football side. But let us get some of them big checks. So we disagree, but Stephen A. from your boy, go get that bag.
Go
Go
get
get it.
that motherfucking
Yes,
bag.
sir. Yes, sir.
Go get that bag. Happy for him, man. Good luck with that. Man, Sean Kemp episode, Jack, people motherfucking been going
They
crazy.
love it. They love it.
And remember the day though too. That was a hell of a day for us because he got into a mix up with his agent and missed 2 flights. And I'm just like, nah. And I told I went out to the whole crew. I'm like, listen, we're gonna get this Sean Kemp interview
We
so we can
did
sit.
3 interviews that day too,
But remember, we had
right?
like a 5-hour break until
Yeah.
we didn't start shooting him till like 9 or 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
But it was well worth it. Great dude. Obviously, we both were fans of him, but I've never chopped it up like that with him before.
Mm-hmm.
And we fellowshipped after, and he told more crazier stories than what he told on the show. And it was a beautiful thing to have someone of his caliber, who I think sometimes people forget about,
Yes.
pop out and show him. You know what I mean? How great he was, and we all hope he gets into the Hall of Fame. But he has some stories,
And he's real successful after basketball too in
yeah,
business.
the cannabis shit, and Seattle legend. He told us to come. He an open invite. He wants us to come shoot a live show in Seattle with him and GP, which I think will be fucking bananas. So,
Oh, hey, catered by Catfish Corner.
come on, family, Catfish Corner. So yeah, we definitely got to get out
Yes.
and show some love to the Pacific Northwest. Jack, we had a lot of success, and I really think our show's sweet spot is talking to these NBA legends and
Yeah.
NBA stars of the past. Who are any after seeing the success of this Sean Kemp episode? Any people that come to mind for you that maybe forgot about, legends, great
It's
players that we need to go after?
well, it's just one. Well, it's two for sure that I feel that we both were fans of. We both were on the show. LJ, Larry Johnson,
Yes.
Grandmama,
Yeah.
and my second one was who was my second one? I just had it and I forgot it. It was Grandmama. No, it wasn't Spreewell.
But Spreewell's definitely one of them.
Yeah, it'll come back to him, but Grandmama for sure.
MJ, Spreewell, Larry Johnson.
Steve Smith. That's who it was.
Steve Smith.
Yeah, OG Steve Smith. Yeah.
Reggie Miller.
Oh yeah, we both been trying to get a hold of Reg.
Reggie Miller. Y'all tell us in the comments what
Larry Bird, man. Somebody take this and hey, listen. Hold on. So look, let me go and send Larry the shout out so we can go and cut it and I can post it. So Larry Bird, I remember vividly, bro. When after I won the championship, the Spurs, I didn't get my big deal with the Spurs, so I had to go to Atlanta for 1 year. And after I was in Atlanta 1 year, I balled out. I remember sitting on the block, NPA, on my homeboy Roy Denham house outside, getting a phone call from Larry Bird. I answered the phone, like Steven Jackson, like it's just Larry Bird. I'm tripping out, me and everybody, my homeboys, everybody like, what the fuck? I stood up. He was like, welcome to the Indiana Pacers. So I remember vividly when you called and gave me my 6-year deal. And I never got a chance to tell you thank you, but we would love to have you on our show. Please listen to this invite and think about coming to bless us. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird, please come on the show.
Especially the way, like I said, we've just heard so many people tell us not only the player, but I want to hear the shit talking motherfucker that Larry Bird was. I want to hear his stories on that side of it. Obviously,
Sean Kemp was telling us about that.
Right. A lot of people, Magic's told us, everyone has told us, Isaiah's told us, everyone has told us how he moved, man. And again, I love going after people who don't talk that much. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because anything they say is just like, oh, damn. You know what I mean? So, Larry, we need you, baby.
Hopefully yes, sir.
We'll lock in. Jack, I sent you some random shit last night, not even knowing that we were going to talk boxing today. But what I sent you about Tank and how Tank was breaking down Shakur's game, and there was video evidence behind everything he said, and I told you he's starting to think the fight. He's starting to think the game, not play the game. And I've told you this. I feel like every single fight, Tank's tools are sharpening and getting better. And we obviously know what that left hand is like. You was in the locker room with him at his fight a little while ago. Talk to us about where he's at, who you think he should fight next, and how he continues to improve.
Well, Matt, you're exactly right. Exactly what I texted you back last night. You're exactly right. I think even his last last 4 fights, he's just been a different Tank. You can tell he's been boxing since he was as a kid. He's studying his opponents. I think he's able to set up guys so much to walk into punches. But people don't know Tank is he's great at boxing. He's just not one puncher. He can punch with both hands. He got a chin. He know how to slip punches. Like he's a great boxer, and he's showing it. He's showing that he's mastering his craft. I think his next fight might be Lomachenko, but everybody wants to see him fight Shakur, and I think that's the fight that all the fans want to see because that's the best fight in boxing. People talk about Shakur, and has not been entertaining in the past, which is true, but. And because I've said that too, but I would never disrespect him and say he's not one of the best in the world right now.
His skill set is called.
His skill set is at the top. His skill set is elite. You know what I'm saying? So he's hearing all the talk. He's that good where he's hearing all the talk, and I think this next fight coming up, he's gonna try to really knock this guy out and hurt him because a lot of people saying they've been running and all that. And so I think he's gonna have this fight. Tank gonna fight Lomachenko, and I think they'll meet up somewhere after that. But
maybe
at the end of the year. But that's the fight everybody want to see. I know me because I'm fans of both of them, so that's definitely what I want to see.
Absolutely. Garcia banned for 1 year. You were vocal about this. I didn't get a chance to hear what you said. I read your caption because I couldn't listen to it at the time, but I forgot to go back and listen to it. But thoughts on the ban and where Haney goes from here?
Well, with Garcia, we even had words on in my DM 2 days ago. Because he was mad what I said about him. He said it's gonna come out that he didn't cheat. That's what he said. But I said, as of now, you cheated. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the test said. That's what I told him.
I have a question. So, because what I didn't dig surface level. I heard it was a supplement he was taking that was that had a small amount of whatever is illegal to not have. So, my question with that is obviously it's illegal. So that's on him and his team to know that. But I don't think it and I could be wrong because I've never fucked with enhancement shit to for an athletic benefit. I don't think that shit had that much to do with it, Jack. I think it had more to do with that motherfucking left hand, man.
Well, I will say this. Getting hit with a left hand from somebody that's not on steroids and getting hit with a left hand with somebody that's on steroids.
But it wasn't steroids. They said it wasn't steroids, right? They said it was some kind of small supplement. Go ahead.
Anything that enhances your performance is cheating. Yeah. Right? Especially if it's banned, if it's a banned substance, it's cheating. Now, this is another thing. He already came into the fight not even trying to make weight. So he wanted to be, that's one sign he wanted to be bigger and stronger in the fight. Mm-hmm. All week he was doing things, acting like he was crazy, smoking and drinking. And that's showing signs of people who on steroids. They're really emotional, they're up and down. They do it. But so just like I told him when we had him on the show, I said, bro, I'm a fan of you. I want to see you fight again. But I'm going by what everybody else saying, but by what the test saying, with the people who over the box commission, what they saying, they suspended you for a reason. So whatever you had in your system, you shouldn't have had in your system. Point blank. Yeah. Okay. I definitely want to see him and Haney fight again. You know what I'm saying? When he makes weight, and because it's weight classes for a reason in boxing, bro. They do that for a reason, and you can't just break the rules and do it your way. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to see him fight again. Haney, he has to redeem himself. Yeah, we talk about the steroids, but like you said, he took a beat down. He took a bad beat down. You know what I'm saying? But he's going to take some time away, like he said. You know what I'm saying, just to get his mind right and kind of shake that ass whipping off, because it was the bad beat down for him to take. You know what I'm saying, but it wasn't on an even playing field. And if it was, we wouldn't even be talking about this, man.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't do a deep dive, so I don't want to speak to what it was or wasn't. From everything, like the surface level I did read, and like I said, it was something in a supplement I heard. But like you said, if it's banned, it's banned.
You wouldn't be getting suspended.
Right. I like Haney, but I also feel like, and a lot of people felt like Loma beat Haney too.
So he did. No, I said that too.
Come on, man. So my question is, where does Haney go? If he takes some time off, sharpens up, does he find something that's going to get his confidence back? Like you're someone that's really in boxing. I just smoke weed and watch it. Like, where does Haney go from here?
He come back. He come back and take a tune up, and then try to fight Ryan again when Ryan come back. Okay. That's all he can do.
Okay.
He still got his belts. He still got his undefeated record, but that don't matter no more because of the ass whooping he took. You know what I'm saying? I love all these young boxers, but I call a spade a spade. Yeah. You took a bad ass whooping, Devin Haney. You got to take a tune-up fight, try to get your mojo back. Then you got to put that L back on Ryan, or you can't fight nobody else.
I ain't mad at that. The fight that we've all been looking forward to and hoping that it comes true, Bud Crawford and Canelo. Jack, will that fight happen at the end of the year?
I think it is, man. I think that fight could happen because I think Canelo is tired of all the noise, and I think this is the fight that everybody wants to see, and it's going to be for a lot of money. And I think
a lot of money.
Bud has a fight coming up, and I think that's the setup to the Canelo fight. So, yeah, Matt, I think we're gonna see it. I think we're gonna see it.
If they bless us with that one, that'll be incredible. There's rumors that a Saudi group wants to open a 5-on-5 USA versus Mexico boxing event here in LA. Jack, it's crazy how boxing, I feel like boxing is as hot as it's been in the last 10, 15, maybe even 20 years right now. And where we're hearing there's some Saudi money coming in here, and the group that had some stuff to do with Live is a part of it. So it'll be really interesting to see, where boxing goes right now. Obviously with Showtime cutting boxing, and Showtime boxing was as hot as it's been in a long time. It's kind of an open market right now. And it's in the sport is in a good spot. Yeah. I mean, we were blessed to, take over, the VIP from Showtime and start All the Smoke fight, something you're front and center of. And we got some other talent we're looking forward to announcing soon, man. So that's been a tremendous blessing. What was that? And that's what I wanted to ask you. What was that? You had to miss a Big 3 game, but you told me the energy for All the Smoke fight was crazy at the Tank.
The press release came out the day before the fight weekend, and I was down there doing the weigh-in and all that stuff, and a little press for All the Smoke fight and All the Smoke boxing, and people saw that we took over all Showtime stuff. So everybody was interested to see what was next, Matt. What y'all doing next? First off, congratulations. I mean, we had so many people, even Mauricio from WB, I think it's WBC. He came up to us and he was like, "Man, bro, I'm just so happy. I'm just so proud of y'all to see what y'all doing for boxing. We appreciate it." He even congratulated me about the Neos, the mezcal. He heard about that, and he was like, "Man, whatever y'all want to do in the boxing space, please let us know. We happy y'all here." Da da da. So people want to know where was Showtime Boxing going. Now they see that we inherited it, Matt. So people, people trying to put their bids in. How can I get down and how can I be a part of it because they see where it's going?
Man, we got some dope shit coming up too. Not to cut you off, Jack. Some big talents we're about to sign and announce, and some crossovers we're about to do, and hosting in the near future. We're going to be doing, man. So really excited about All the Smoke fight, in particular boxing, as well with MMA. All right, Jack, the summer is here, man. Favorite childhood memory playing in the neighborhood in the summertime?
Mauricio Suleiman. I just wanted to get his name right. Mauricio Suleiman. Shout out to him. Go ahead. Say it again, Matt.
So favorite childhood memory growing up in PA. Favorite childhood, what was your favorite thing you guys did in the summertime around the neighborhood?
My favorite thing doing around the neighborhood was probably definitely playing basketball, but we played throw up tackle. I think that was my favorite game to play. We played throw up tackle when it didn't rain, because when it rained mosquitoes were bad, so we had to play in the street and you only could hit somebody when it was by the curb. But throw up tackle was our game.
I got a couple things. We played all the sports. Tackle football in the street. You said only by the curb. We was tackling wherever the fuck we got it at. We was playing wiffle ball. We used to go down to this broken backboard and play basketball around the corner, swim at the apartment pool, and then.
What about hide and go get? Did y'all play hide and go get?
That was a little bit later. Those are the teenage years. There were some girls in this apartment complex we used to swim at. There were some cuties. I actually lost my virginity to one of their homegirls at 14. But that, and then it was funny. So we used to have this. We lived in this neighborhood, really mixed neighborhood. Blacks, Mexicans, white, Hells Angels, everything was in there. But it was just one of like maybe higher, lower class. I don't even know what the fucking terminology was. It wasn't horrible, but it was just a regular old neighborhood. And my dad used to keep like golf length grass, like perfect grass in this fucked up neighborhood. So we used to have to ride the slip and slide on the driveway, bro. And we had a cement driveway that went like this. So we used to put that motherfucker in, and he wouldn't let us play on the grass. So we put the slip and slide on the driveway with dish soap and fucking quilts at the bottom, so we didn't go all the way out in the street, bro. That shit, we would be bloodied up. A motherfucker, we go on the slip and slide all day down a cement hill into the street. I still got scars on my legs from that.
Y'all was trying to commit suicide, man. Y'all tripping, man.
Put towels in the middle of the slip and slide for jumps, and had the soap on it too, bro. We was flying in the middle of the street, bloodied up, but just laughing, and ran back up and got back on that motherfucker. Shit was crazy.
He said quilts at the end.
So I think thick enough to stop us. What's something that's gonna be on your grill this summer? What you grilling up this summer?
Oh, good question, man. I think I don't think I've been doing a lot of crab balls. But I think it ain't gonna be grilled. It's gonna be balls. I'm gonna be doing a lot of crab and crawfish.
Crab, okay.
Yeah.
I want to take my grilling. I feel like I'm a very solid griller, but I have a basic. I'm hot dogs, hamburgers, tri-tip. I could do some chicken. I want to take my grilling to the next level this summer. So
yeah, you got to go to steaks.
Yeah, I'm hop on this class and hopefully take my grilling to the next level. We already know we're gonna be drinking all summer. Tell them we drinking all summer.
Man, Anillos, mezcal. You did.
You already know.
All summer.
All summer. Fits you don't want to see at a summer function in 24? Anything come to mind?
Oh, man.
Leave it in the comments. What are some outfits y'all don't want to see this summer at pool parties, day parties, cookouts? Let us know what people shouldn't be wearing this summer. We appreciate you guys' time this week. You can catch this episode on the DraftKings Network and the All the Smoke Productions YouTube. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace.